Here's a question nobody is asking you at work today. If you work at this job for the next 30 years, exactly how much wealth will you have built? Not how much money will you have earned. How much will you have kept? How much will be working for you? I'm Barry, not your Uncle Barry who forwards weird messages in the family group chat. And before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button. For most people, the honest answer is uncomfortable, because the 9-5 model, the one we were all handed as the path to success, was never actually designed to make workers wealthy. It was designed to make businesses profitable, and those are two very different things. Now, before you close this video, this isn't about quitting your job. This isn't a hustle 24/7 speech. This is something much more useful than that. This is about understanding the real rules of money, why trading time for a fixed salary keeps most people financially stuck no matter how hard they work, and what actually needs to change if you want to build real, lasting wealth. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to see your financial life from a completely different angle, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's start with the basics. When you work a 9-to-5, you are selling your time. Every hour of your day has a price tag on it, and that price was agreed upon when you signed your contract. That's the first problem. Your income has a hard ceiling. It doesn't matter if you have the most productive week of your career, you earn the same. Time and income are locked together, and you only have 24 hours in a day. Now, here's where it gets worse. Inflation is quietly working against you every single year. The cost of rent, groceries, healthcare, and everyday life keeps rising, roughly 3 to 4% annually. But the average salary raise? About 3%, if you even get one. Do the math. You're essentially running in place, or worse, slowly sliding backwards without even realizing it. And then there's something called lifestyle inflation. As people earn a little more, they tend to spend a little more. A nicer apartment here, a newer car there. Subscriptions that stack up quietly in the background. Suddenly, the raise that was supposed to move the needle just raises your monthly expenses instead. The 9-5 isn't broken. It works exactly as designed. The question is, does it work for you? So if the 9-5 has these limitations, why do so many smart, hardworking people stay stuck in it without ever questioning the model? 3 reasons. First, it feels safe. A predictable paycheck every 2 weeks is psychologically comforting. Even if it's not building wealth, it removes uncertainty. And humans are wired to avoid uncertainty, even when certainty is quietly costing them. Second, it's what we were taught. School prepares you to be an excellent employee. Study hard, get good grades, land a stable job. Nobody teaches you about compound interest, passive income, or asset building in a classroom. That knowledge gap is not an accident. It keeps the workforce functioning. Third, time and energy. After a full day of work, most people are too tired to think about building anything extra. The system keeps you just busy enough that the idea of doing more feels impossible. This is sometimes called the exhaustion trap, and it's one of the most effective ways financial inertia is maintained. Understanding these 3 forces is not about blame, it's about awareness, because once you see the trap, you can start building the exit. Here's the shift that changes everything. Stop thinking about income as one source. Start thinking about it as a system with multiple inputs. Wealthy people, truly wealthy people, don't rely on a single paycheck. They own things that generate income, investments that grow, businesses that operate, digital assets that sell while they sleep. Each of these is a stream, and the goal is to build as many streams as possible over time. Think of it this way. Your current salary is one pipe bringing water into your house. If that pipe gets cut, layoff, medical emergency, company downsizing, the water stops, everything stops. But what if you had 5 pipes, or 10? Even if one breaks, the others keep flowing. That's not just wealth, that's security. Real security. Not the kind that depends on your boss having a good quarter. The good news is, you don't have to blow up your life to start. Your job right now is actually your best resource. It funds your first investments. It gives you stability while you build. The goal isn't to escape your income, it's to multiply it. So what does building multiple income streams actually look like in practice? Here are 5 of the most accessible ones, and how to think about each. Number 1, index fund investing. This is the most powerful starting point for most people. You put money into a fund that tracks the broader market, like the S&P 500, and let compound growth do the heavy lifting over time. Even modest monthly contributions, started early and left alone, grow into significant wealth. The secret is consistency, not the size of the initial investment. Number 2, freelancing or a service-based side hustle. You already have skills someone else would pay for. Writing, design, video editing, coaching, bookkeeping, social media. These are all services with real market demand. Starting a side hustle doesn't require a business plan or a big investment. It requires identifying one skill and finding one client, then another, then another. Number 3, digital products. A digital product, an ebook, a template, a mini course, a guide is created once and sold indefinitely. There's no inventory, no shipping, and near zero ongoing cost. It's one of the most scalable income streams available to anyone with knowledge worth sharing, and almost everyone has knowledge worth sharing. Number 4, real estate without buying property. Most people assume real estate requires a massive down payment and a landlord mindset. Not anymore. Real estate investment trusts allow you to invest in real estate like a stock. You earn a share of rental and property income without ever owning a building or dealing with a tenant. Number 5, content creation. Channels, blogs, and podcasts that consistently deliver value attract audiences, and audiences attract revenue through ads, sponsorships, affiliate partnerships, and product sales. Content takes time to build, but it compounds. A video you make today can earn money 2 years from now. That's an asset, not just a post. Here's the bottom line. A 9-to-5 job is not the problem. Depending on it as your only financial plan, that's the problem. The people who build wealth over time aren't necessarily smarter or more talented. They simply understood earlier that one income stream is a risk, not a safety net. And they started building more. You don't need to do all 5 of these at once. Pick one. Study it. Take one small step this week. The goal right now isn't to get rich, it's to get moving. Because the biggest wealth killer isn't a bad investment. It's waiting. Which of these 5 income streams are you most interested in starting? Drop it in the comments. I read all of them, and your answer might become the next video on this channel. If this gave you a new way of thinking about your finances, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to hit subscribe and see you in the next video.